Each of us lives dependent and bound by our individual knowledge and our awareness. All that is what we call reality. However, both knowledge and awareness are equivocal. One's reality might be another's illusion. We all live inside our own fantasies.
When we first see Itachi, we feel that he is a selfish villain who never once thinks about all the innocent lives he has taken. He kills all their parents and children, all their dreams and aspirations. We know him as a clan slayer and a village traitor who chose to kill his own family to get into Akatsuki. And all that changes when we realize he did it all for a reason that is bigger than life, a reason that has become his philosophy in life. Itachi's story began when he was 4 years old. At that time, Konoha was involved in the Third Shinobi World War. It was here that Fugaku Uchiha, Itachi's father, made his reputation. He was so powerful that he even wanted to be crowned 4th Hokage after the war. Fugaku used this war to teach Itachi a lesson. He took Itachi to the battlefield. He showed his son all the dead bodies scattered around. Fugaku didn't explain to Itachi that war was harmful and should be avoided as much as possible. Still, he did say that it was the role of a shinobi to fight, kill, and die. But here, Itachi did not see things like his father did. His father said that warfare and fighting were necessary and that one should be strong because it was his duty as a shinobi. Itachi saw things differently. He said that he would be strong, and he even said that he would be the strongest shinobi in the world, but not to fight and kill, but to eliminate fighting and killing. At that moment, a very young Itachi saw the hell and promised himself to remove that hell from the top of the shinobi world. He vowed to train himself to be the strongest, to eliminate all fighting, and to create peace. After the war ended, he trained and trained to become stronger. And when Sasuke was born, he saw something new. He didn't want to be strong just to end the war. He tried to be strong to create a world where his brother could live peacefully. Itachi saw Sasuke as a symbol of peace itself, a symbol of something untouched by strife and wrapped only in peace. He wanted to make that a permanent thing, to create a world where his brother and everyone could live peacefully. When Naruto was born, the Kyuubi appeared. The authorities of Konoha ordered the Uchiha not to face the Kyuubi and to stay as far away from them as possible. They feared that the Uchiha might be the cause of this tragedy. Konoha also worried that the Uchiha might control the Kyuubi and use them for their own benefit, as Madara had done. After this tragedy, Konoha feared the power of the Uchiha, so Konoha isolated them by banishing the entire clan to a corner of the village. This action angered the Uchiha as a whole clan. Here, 5-year-old Itachi saw it all. He saw how their clan could not separate and distinguish between their personal feelings and what was good for Konoha. For the first time, Itachi saw the shallowness of his clan's thinking. Itachi practiced and practiced. He was outstanding and his skills were incredible. He met Shisui, a shinobi slightly older than himself. They continued to train together and became stronger together. Itachi already thought of him as his own brother. Shisui was the only one who could connect him to the Uchiha. Itachi completed the academy in 4 months and became a Genin at 7 with the highest score. Itachi's extraordinary skills made him the pride of his clan. He was admired as the best shinobi of his generation and recognized as a genius above the rest. His abilities were recognized by those closest to him and nearly the entire village. Even at a young age, Itachi seemed to have matured. He was very calm and understanding and could handle any situation. Despite all his skills, achievements, talent, and popularity, he was still humble. He never feels arrogant about his abilities, and he's not like the other Uchiha who often look down on others. Almost everything he says is very objective, unbiased, and accurate. For a 7-year-old, his thinking was on par with a Hokage. He studied history, not only of his clan and his village, but of the whole world. He knows more than the people around him. He observed people and what went on in their minds without being directly involved until he felt he understood the person completely. His father, Fugaku Uchiha, the head of the Uchiha clan, was very proud of his son. He believed that the clan's future would be bright in the hands of his son. This made Fugaku focus more on Itachi than on Sasuke. He even seemed not to care about Sasuke at all. But Itachi repaid this by always showing affection to his younger brother. Danzo once asked Itachi, "If there are 10 shinobi and one has an infectious disease, he will die, and you can't save him." Danzo asked, "What would you do?" Itachi replied that he would kill the sick person so as not to transmit the disease he had. Here, we can see the objective thinking of Itachi, who sees things in utilitarian terms. He's willing to kill one person if it will save a dozen. When he is given a difficult mission with his team, the 8-year-old Itachi saw his own friend killed by Tobi before his very eyes. He had trained as hard as he could to end the conflict. He, who desperately wanted peace, saw his own friend killed before his eyes. When the mission was over, he took a break and tortured himself here. His Sharingan was active, but he felt tormented when he looked at those eyes because those were the only eyes he saw from the face of Tobi, who had killed his friend. At 10, Itachi passed the Chunin exam and asked his father to take him to Anbu. Fugaku Uchiha said he had placed Itachi there to make him a spy. Here, Itachi was surprised. He felt that the Uchiha were part of Konoha. He asked, wouldn't that be spying on himself? His words made the Uchiha angry, and here Itachi realized that he was alone in his clan. Itachi didn't like his father's plan, but joined the Anbu anyway. From Itachi's point of view, being an Anbu was an honorable thing. By getting this assignment, he felt closer to his dedication to peace. For Itachi, any action that could save more people, any action that would bring peace, even if it meant that he would be hated for it, he would do it. When Itachi learned of the Uchiha's plan to overthrow Konoha, he remembered the war he had once witnessed. He realized that the coup would only bring more fighting and suffering. He realized that if the coup had taken place, the Fourth Shinobi World War would most likely have also occurred, and he would not be able to save his brother from that conflict. Itachi respected his village very much. He believed it was bigger than just a community. He felt that it had a purpose bigger than his own clan and family. He understood how the past happened and thought he could understand the future. The Uchiha are simply an arrogant clan who believe their power is greater than anyone else's. As such, they feel they should have power in Konoha merely because they think they're stronger. The Nikushimi no Noroi, or curse of hate that runs through the Uchiha blood, drove them to stage a coup. The curse can be traced back to their descendants from the Utsutsuki clan. Understanding this and the history of the Uchiha and Konoha, Itachi realized that Hi no Ishi, or the desire for fire, was a better path than the curse of hate. Itachi thinks like the Hokage. He pays attention to current teachings and history. He understood the responsibility of a village to its people. He also understands that the anger of the Uchiha was unjustified. Fugaku sees his son only as a bridge between Konoha and the Uchiha. He would only support Itachi's success if it would benefit the Uchiha. His clan had already distanced itself from Itachi and Konoha, and Itachi was still against his clan. What the Uchiha clan didn't understand was that the coup they wanted to carry out could have flooded Konoha with blood and caused a world war of the shinobi, which would have meant thousands of deaths. Itachi hated war. He hated to see the suffering it caused. Itachi was made a spy by Konoha. His mission was to keep an eye on the Uchiha clan and to pass on any information about them to the third Hokage and other Konoha officials, including Danzo. Itachi spent more time in the Anbu and gained exposure to the outside world through his missions. He became increasingly aware. He eventually found the courage to inform his clan that the conflict they were so concerned about was fabricated. However, his words aroused suspicion among the Uchiha. Consequently, Itachi began to act out, skipping important clan meetings and making inappropriate comments about the clan. Shisui informed Itachi that the Uchiha clan had instructed him to spy on Itachi. He also warned that a coup might be planned at the next clan meeting. Itachi and Shisui devised a plan to use Shisui's Kotoa Matsukami to change Fugaku's mind. However, before they could execute the plan, Danzo contacted Shisui, revealing his intention to take his eyes and sabotage their efforts. Itachi awaited Shisui's arrival to learn the outcome of their plan. Shisui arrives badly injured, having lost an eye. He sacrifices himself, allowing Itachi to obtain his Mangekyou Sharingan and entrusting him with his trust. The following day, 3 Uchiha accuse Itachi of killing Shisui. Overcome with anger and grief at losing his close friend, Itachi attacks the 3 Uchiha. This incident further distances Itachi from his clan, with whom he had already been distant. At the age of 13, Itachi became the Anbu leader. He questioned Danzo about Shisui's death, and Danzo admitted that he killed Shisui to obtain his eyes for their plan. They both concluded that eliminating all the Uchiha was the only way to prevent the coup. Later, Itachi discovered that Danzo had been monitoring and manipulating him from the start. Itachi was left alone by Danzo. Danzo was aware of Itachi's sensitive nature, deep love for his brother, and unwavering loyalty to Konoha. Danzo also knew that he could manipulate Itachi to do his bidding under the right circumstances. He accomplished this by attacking those close to Itachi, including Shisui, who later took his own life. Additionally, Danzo isolated Itachi further by placing him in the Anbu, which left Itachi feeling lonely without anyone to turn to after Shisui's death. His clan cannot be linked to him because his father cannot do so. Shisui was dedicated to both Konoha and his clan. Unlike Itachi, Shisui did not oppose his clan, but he taught Itachi the importance of self-sacrifice. Shisui himself requested that Itachi protect the village and the Uchiha. Itachi felt the pressure as Danzo planted doubt in his mind and presented him with false dilemmas to disrupt his thought process. Itachi felt that there was only one clear decision, with Obito constantly threatening him. He realized that Danzo was responsible for all the horrible things Konoha had done in the past. However, killing him would only damage Konoha. At the Uchiha meeting, Itachi saw the frustration and anger of their clan, as well as their reasons for the coup. Therefore, he also knew what Danzo wanted. However, he ultimately accepted Danzo's offer and carried out the massacre of his own clan, including his parents. He believed that, although Danzo appeared to be in charge, he genuinely made the decisions and knew the coup would prevent any chance of achieving peace. Itachi was dedicated to finding any means to bring peace to a world plagued by hatred and violence. The Uchiha clan places a high value on love and relationships, feeling them more strongly than others. Itachi, in particular, loves his brother Sasuke profoundly and is willing to sacrifice anything to save him. While spying on the Uchiha clan, Itachi invited Obito to join his plan to eliminate all the Uchiha. Obito agreed and helped kill men, women, and children. Itachi planned to make Sasuke hate him by creating a false image of himself. He did this to control Sasuke's life. Itachi visits Danzo and warns him not to harm Sasuke, threatening to expose Danzo's misdeeds if he does. Itachi also requests that Hiruzen Sarutobi protect Sasuke. This shows Itachi's commitment to saving his brother, even at the cost of his entire clan. However, in hindsight, Itachi's actions hurt Sasuke's mental state, damaging his soul. Sasuke felt disgusted and angry with the world because of Itachi. He was haunted by the death of his parents and could not accept the fact that his respected and beloved brother was willing to kill them and show him. Itachi, tortured Sasuke by repeatedly putting him under genjutsu and showing him the death of their parents. This was meant to remind Sasuke of his weakness and pathos. Sasuke's actions over the years were influenced by Itachi's actions. His clan cannot be saved. Itachi believes that he alone carries the world's weight on his shoulders. At 14, he felt pressured to become a great shinobi, solve the clan's problems, save his brother, and bring peace. He must decide to solve it all and at least prevent the possibility of war. Itachi protected Sasuke because he believed Sasuke embodied goodness and peace and truly loved his brother. Itachi once said that death reveals one's true self, and in both deaths we see his love for Sasuke. It is unclear whether Itachi is good or evil. Still, he is willing to sacrifice anything for his brother. Itachi understands that Konoha will never view the Uchiha clan positively. Still, he can defend their honor and make his brother a hero by killing him. Itachi joined Akatsuki to protect the village and his brother. Itachi asked the third Hokage to protect Sasuke. He planned to meet Sasuke several times to make him hate Itachi even more, with the ultimate goal of making Sasuke strong enough to kill Itachi and become the hero of the Uchiha clan. Itachi knew that civil war was inevitable. Itachi knew that the Uchiha clan's demise was inevitable. His only option was to keep their actions quiet and maintain their honorable reputation. He prevented the Uchiha name from becoming associated with arrogance and a willingness to sacrifice others for power. Itachi made these sacrifices so that his brother could become a hero and uphold their family's honor. He sacrificed his parents, his clan, and everything he had for peace and his brother's safety. Itachi acted as a true shinobi, striving to achieve his goal by protecting the village. As a shinobi, Itachi believed everything he did was necessary and correct, valuing loyalty and sacrifice for the greater good. Making tough decisions was part of his job, and he felt the village was worth fighting for to achieve peace. Despite being labeled a clan slayer and village traitor, Itachi was willing to live his life this way, even if it meant being hated by the brother he loved so much. Itachi was willing to kill everyone from his clan, including his father and mother, to create a world of peace without fighting and killing.